Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. Broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us speaking the facts on current events, family, and finances.
So be sure to log on each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. to catch Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR.
Tune in. What's up, y'all? We are back. This is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. And of course, I am JR, and my co-host, daughter, and today moderator, Charlie, is over there on the right. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Dad.
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I am above ground, so it's a good day. I had a great time with you and the family last night at the Rangers game. That was
a lot of fun. Yes,
that was lots of fun. I got a kick out of seeing my great grandson just being down for the ladies.
Down for the ladies, for real. He was like, he's all for it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He was like, where the dancing girls? Bring them back. Forget them other folks.
For real. And wanted to go where they was going.
Let me get the housekeeping out of the way really quick. Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR is brought to you by Kiss Wealth Now, taking care of all of your commercial and residential real estate needs. Tell them how to get Kiss Wealth Now, Charlie.
Hey, family. Thank y'all for tuning in every week. So you can get me 24/7 on my website, kisswealthnow.com all together. And then you can always call me, 214-738-4913. And just want to let you guys know that, there's never any perfect time. Buying a home is kind of like having a kid, There's never any perfect time, but you get so much from it. So you want to live like a homeowner, you want to think you want to see what it's about, then definitely reach out to me.
Yeah, and again, let me toot her horn a little bit. Last year, she was number 6 in the whole state of Texas.
Yes.
So, that means she must be doing something right.
Well,
that
thank
means she must be doing something right.
And I'm actually going down to Houston to teach a class for the state of Texas on Saturday. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, we want to remind you that your health is your wealth.
Yes.
Because without it, you can have all the dollars in the world, and if you can't get up and spend them, and as I always say, somebody else will spend it for you.
That's right.
You can rest assured of that. There's few things in the world you can rest assured of, but if you can't spend your money, somebody else will.
There you go.
Take care of yourself, love yourself, so that you can be blessed and be a blessing to others. By the way, I'm leaving out the rest of the housekeeping. I forgot about our alter egos, the Fly Guy and the Fly Girls, and of course I am the Fly Guy. Don't call it a comeback because I've been fly.
You've been fly.
And over there we got Fly Money.
Hey y'all.
And the third member of the Speaking the Facts team, our producer and my daughter number 2, Kim. What's up, Kim? Hey. Uh-oh. Hey.
Yes.
So, and in fact, if you are interested in being on Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR, you can email us at SpeakingTheFacts. That's SpeakNThefacts @gmail. Speaking the Facts all together at Gmail. You can give me a call, 469-254-6470. I think you can also text or call Charlie at 214. Now, we got to get this other number straightened out to separate it. We're going to work on that.
Yeah, we're going to work on it.
We're going to work on that.
I've added another phone.
But, for now, you can call her at 214-738-4913. And we will make sure that Kim reaches out to you so we can get you on Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. Yes. Without any further ado, I want to let our moderator introduce our guests and kind of frame the conversation. And since I don't know what's coming, I'm going to sit over here.
You're going to sit over there? You're going to sit over there? Well, so today, you guys, we got the men in here. So we always want to clap them up, our kings, yes. So today's show is really, we wanted to talk to the men and get y'all's, check your temperature on how you feel about basic things. We're not going to go straight into relationships because that's too heavy. We're going to just basic things like how you approach certain topics and issues. So today we have Sebastian, my brother, and Teton, my other brother.
Pleasure to be here.
And so and then of course y'all know my dad. And so today I wanted to start off with something that from, of course, some of these questions are going to be from a female point of view, because I am one, right?
Last we checked.
Last we checked, you know. Like when you help me, I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yes,
when I
she's a
tell you,
girl."
but ain't nothing dangling. It's a
It's
female.
a girl. It's a girl. And so, I know, right? Yeah, Lord. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. That's the question that y'all men got to ask now. Well, what were you born?
That's right.
So, what is y'all's definition of intimacy? Because
One-
a lot
one
of this is coming from because a lot of women, you know, they maybe feel like that can lack, you know. So, what is intimacy for you guys?
Okay, we'll start that down there and come this way.
Well, number one, let me speak and say that I'm glad to be on the panel
Yes.
because I'm also looking forward to the all-female panel one day.
Yes. So, yes.
Yeah.
That way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
On
I
the
think
way,
that's gonna be a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of fun.
But for me, I probably have gotten the word confused over the years. But you know, at 55 now, intimacy for me would probably be foreplay. How can I make love to her without being physical with her?
Okay.
Would be my definition of intimacy.
Okay. I like that. D-Tom?
That's a very good question to start off with. I think.
I know, because we gotta go in hot, you know.
Right.
'Cause the ladies want to know.
There's a lot of layers to that question, but for me now, at my stage of my life, at 52, I think intimacy for me is to be at a place where you're able to settle her nervous system, where she feels safe. Whether if it's that by the sound of my voice, the touch of my hand, or either the consistency of what I've demonstrated with not just my words.
Yes.
That's an intimate connection.
Yes.
We're wiring ourselves together in a framework called unity, husband and wife.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all that other stuff goes with that,
exactly.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my thought on that.
Well, back in my day, no. You know,
Yeah. What is your
well,
age?
I am 68. So, you know, and you know, if you look at the Webster's definition of intimacy, or you know, it is an adverb, an adjective of intimate, and you know, intimate is close. So, if I'm intimate with someone, I can't do that from a distance. You know, spiritually or really even physically, I can't be intimate with someone from a distance. I have to be able to be close, and like you said, Teton, that requires safety.
Right.
It requires knowledge that after intimacy, whatever takes place after intimacy is going to be due to us being intimate. It's not going to be fake. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be where everyone is valued and respected, because again, if you're not valued and respected, you're not safe. And if you're not safe, you're not going to be intimate. You can fake, you know, but you're not going to be intimate. So
Right.
for me, it would be, but that requires reciprocity.
Right. Yes.
You know, intimacy requires reciprocity. You know, because if I'm being intimate and I'm not receiving intimacy,
Right.
then how long am I going to continue to
Yeah.
be intimate? You know,
Right.
so.
Like that. So now let's share y'all's ages, so that way they know where you guys are coming from. Because Teton, you said at my age, and you know, at your tenure, at your very mature age. And I'm just
That's all right. That's the grandmother over there. So I get my old jokes in.
and also, if you want to share your, you know, your relationship status.
Okay.
If you don't have to, if you don't want
Okay.
to.
No. I shouldn't have had the pregnancy pause.
You said a pregnancy pause. Yeah, that was good.
But I'm 55. And I'm wonderful as I am, waiting for that person who's going to meet me, and we're going to be wonderful together.
Okay, love that. Okay, Teton.
I am 52. I am married,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on this journey, man. And it's a wonderful experience.
Love it.
you know,
Okay.
Just
I am again 68.
Father.
And that's right, father. And I would have to echo Bass. I am looking. You know, I figure I'm a puzzle piece, and I'm looking for that piece that fits. You know, because I think we're all puzzle pieces, but I think we try to put square pegs in round holes, and you know, we don't really look at we settle. The flesh makes us settle.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and we don't really think about tomorrow because the day is just so exciting. You know,
Right,
you know?
right, right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
And so I love that. So then the night,
right.
that kind of takes us into my next question, because you'll hear a lot of people say, and I'm guilty of it, oh, I like him. Oh, and y'all say, I like her. So when do you cross that line from like to love? You know, because you've heard people say, oh, I love them, but I don't like them, right? You have that in marriages, right?
Yeah.
At some point in time, people will fall out of like, but you still love them. So, but you have to really like that person to, you know, for that intimacy and for all the other things. And so for y'all, when do you know when you cross that line from like to love, and that would be somebody that you are really feeling, as the young people would say? And more mature people as well.
We do T-Time. We do this every week.
That's good.
That's all
That's
right.
good.
That's
I love
all right.
it. I love it. I love it.
But that's a layered question for me. I'm gonna try to, you know. I remember the scene in the movie The Fifth Element when he was trying to get the girl's name, and he was like, so I'm gonna try to do the, but getting from like to love. I love is one of those words that it is so overused that you know, because, and when I say overused, I mean that there are three distinctive types of love that have to, and there has to be a balance of them for a healthy relationship. You know, there you know, of course, in agape, that's the like. If I love you with agape, I'm going to do my best to like you. Because if I don't like you for a long period of time, how can I love you? So if there's agape, then that's universal. That, you know, that's, you know what I'm saying? But that's necessary for a relationship, you know. And then of course you have the eros and the phileo, you know. But so if I say I love someone, what am I really saying? Am I saying I love you as a friend? You know, am I saying that is the phileo, that am I loving you as a friend? Or am I saying I love you eros? Or am I saying, you know what I'm saying? Or what am I saying? And how does that apply to where we are going right now? Does it even apply to where we're going right now? Because
Right.
the word is used so loosely that, you know,
Correct.
and the problem for me is that there are a lot of expectations that come along with the use of that word. When it's misused, I think that's where a lot of relationships, including the ones I've been in, because let me say for the record, I have made a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I am not sitting up here.
I like you, but
you
I
know,
will love you one
but-
day. No.
You know, but I, I mean, I'm having fun with someone now who you know, but
Yeah.
you know, but it is like I'm going to let. And the other thing is that I think you have to be in tune with this at the end of the day. You know, how can I know when to move forward if I don't trust me?
Right.
You know, so.
Oh, he's rolling. He's throwing it to you.
Oh, you're throwing it to me. Oh, okay. Man, I'm just sitting here processing the question in multiple ways, and I'm probably overthinking it. So, love from like to love is what you're
That-
talking about
yes.
in terms of relationship.
Yeah, because that's something that, you know, a lot of women, you know, they are looking for that. They're looking for someone to like them, truly like them, and then obviously you'll get to. So how do the men know? How are y'all moving from like to love?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a layer. That,
Yeah,
that,
you have something you want to add? You
I
like
will-
over there?
I'm like Shrek with the onion layers. You know.
No, I don't want my answer. I don't want my answer to reflect anything that doesn't, you know, line up with many people's beliefs. But I'm just going to speak from my experience.
Yeah.
From what I've learned. So, the infatuation, all the stimulation of a relationship when you first meet somebody, all of that feels good to the nervous system because I'm connecting with someone I'm familiar with.
Right.
Right.
You know, I recognize similarities.
Right.
All of those things take me from one place to another, right? From
Right.
whatever state I was before I met that person.
Right.
And the ultimate goal is to become one with that person.
Right.
And I say that when the light becomes love, if however you define love, when light becomes love is when it gets dark. And in darkness, that's when things begin to grow. The sacrifice. You know, you're being tested for all the healing that you say you liked about that therapist. Now let it love through you
Yeah.
when you have to deal with conflict, you know. So it's a transition. It ain't just running around with, you know,
Right, with
I'm going to give her
roses.
flowers and, you know, I'm going to send her a nice little text and
Right.
go to her favorite restaurant. It's a lot of work, but that
Yeah.
work must already be in you.
Right.
So
that.
you must reflect her, and she must reflect you.
That's true.
That's love, because that's oneness.
That's true. Yeah.
When I think about my wife sometime, she's thinking about me, and I said, man, I was just getting ready to,
That's right.
oh man, I love that. To
That's
your
right.
point,
Yeah,
Right.
different versions of how you expressing love.
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah,
And it's being reciprocal.
and to your point, the reciprocity of
Right.
that exchange. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that is virtually impossible to follow, but I'm gonna give it my best.
No, man. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, this is the way I'm experiencing it, right?
And I'm gonna come from experience. But in my earlier stages of life, I think after I had that first real heartbreak,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
I became damaged goods.
Oh, yeah.
But I still wanted to feel good, so I still got into relationships.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that.
But I was
We
still
can come to
damaged.
the
Or
word ship, too.
situationships.
We can come to that.
Whatever.
Situation. Yeah. 'cause-
But we can
Got
do
into
that.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew that I was damaged.
Right.
And so, and that's at a younger stage of me. So I probably was selfish, and thought being selfish was the cool thing to be, because it was, you know, how you look good, feel good,
Right,
she's fine, you know,
right,
the
right.
challenge, the chase.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But later in life, probably in about 8 years ago, I probably know exactly when it was. I was on what they call Planet Fish. I call it Filthy Fish. But
Filthy fish.
filthy
Plenty of-
fish.
Plenty of fish.
Maybe it got salmonella or something. in it. Well, you need to go to that fish market.
Somebody definitely
Stay
was
out of
peeing-
there.
Somebody was definitely peeing in that pool. But anyway, so I was on there and realized I was meeting two types of people, but I was wanting to meet one. I was meeting those who wanted to do it right then, and those who wanted to get married, and so we can do it every day. But I wanted to meet someone that I wanted to get to know better. I got off of it, but before getting off of it,
You hit a couple of one or twos?
no,
I'm just teasing. No.
I was seriously.
She said, "Boop."
I was getting off of it,
Like you kept saying, I'm on.
and I got this response where someone had liked me, and so I was at that point was honest
Right.
and said, "Hey, you better reach out to me right now because I had decided I'm getting off." And sent the number and said, "Hell, if she calls, she calls. If she don't, so
Right.
what? I'm getting off
Right,
because it
right.
wasn't what I wanted. So I got off. Well, she called. I did something that I had never thought of, and that was when we had our first date. I wanted to go to the most least expensive place I could think of because it wasn't about trying to impress her. She needs to get to know who I am. I need to get to know who she is. So I chose Brahms.
Upgrade.
Okay.
And who can dress down the best?
Right.
So we walked in there and we got in line. Brahms has that big old mirror, you know, behind the ice cream stand. And so I stood behind her and she stood, and we actually looked at the same time. I said, I like what I see.
Right.
I said, we're gonna get this banana split. You get to pick one flavor and I'm picking two, and we're gonna share.
Okay.
That was gonna be a deal breaker or a deal maker. It was a deal maker. So I left there and realized I want to get to know this lady, but I want her to get to know me. And I'm
Right.
tired of playing the game. So I asked her to take the love language test. And so by doing that, I didn't have to work so hard to meet her needs. Because I was willing to do what I was used to doing and what I want to do, but not realizing that's not what every woman wants, nor is it what every woman needs. So I think I now can say, because I got over being damaged, that it is possible for me to first say I love me,
Uh-oh.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
That's where you start.
because
Yeah.
I can't tell no woman if I'm being honest with myself, that I love her. I love how you make me feel. I love the places we go,
See.
Right.
the things we do, but can I honestly tell her I love her when I don't love myself? And I don't think you can.
Right.
Because you're
That's
damaged
fair.
good.
Well, you
Right.
can't.
So,
That's right.
so
That's right.
because of sessions like this where we're able to be open and honest with each other,
Right.
my desire is that one person hears something that's said tonight that will help them love who they are. Because
Yeah.
when we're talking about Kiss Wealth and Kiss Health, primarily we're talking about loving yourself first.
Loving yourself first.
And
yeah.
then I think with that being a primary focus, you're not stuck up.
I was about to say,
He was about
loving
to-
yourself doesn't mean be selfish.
That's
It
right.
doesn't mean that. It means take care of you
Right.
mentally, physically, spiritually. Be
Right.
whole, like you
Right.
said, not damaged,
Right.
but whole, so that then you have a pie that you can slice and share with somebody.
Exactly.
I heard. In fact, Jackie was talking about going into a kitchen and somebody baking a pie,
Right.
and they didn't let it cool right, so the pie crumbled, and they had to
Right.
put it into a bowl instead of leaving it where they couldn't get a slice of pie. They was getting scoops of pie.
Right.
And she said, well, do you scoop pie or do you slice pie? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So I don't want no scoop of pie. I
Right.
don't want
Right,
a slice
right,
of
yeah.
pie.
When that's supposed to
So
come.
we just being loving us enough
Yeah.
so that we can kind of bake ourselves and let ourselves cool, so that when we
Right.
share, we can cut a nice slice. We ain't got to break ourselves up and throw it in little chunks. We can.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then I like that. So right now everybody's talking about that there's a male loneliness epidemic, right? A lot of men are lonely. And so, and they're looking for women, but women are not being responsive. There was even an article about women really not wanting to take on being in a relationship, right? They didn't want, it was more of an undertaking versus
Yeah.
a benefit, right? An added benefit. But if we know how we were put here to be together, we were put here to procreate, and we're getting. Of course, when we get more mature in life, we're probably not trying to have kids, right?
Yeah, you get older like her.
I know, get old like me. But how long does it take to kind of get past all the walls, right? So how long does it take to truly get to know someone? So that way, maybe, because of course you got to put that work and that time, so that way a woman would say, now, kind of, you've already done the work, right? But someone would say, hey, you know what, maybe being in a relationship is not that bad, because you've made it into their mind, because
Yeah.
that's really ultimately what men are trying to do and have done. They get into a woman's mind, and then some women go crazy, right? We see, but again, you can't get into a person's mind if you're not ready, right? But, how long does it take to get to know a person? And are men nowadays maybe not willing to put the work in, and the women are not wanting to see if they're worth the work, So that's my question. It was probably two-part.
Well, yeah, you can take that one out.
Well, I'll jump in because it's real quick. I think I cheated on this question because I don't know why, but in my adult life, I always had female friends that we were tight. I mean, we to this day can say we never slept with each other.
Right.
We never had relations. We never had a relationship. But
Right.
we were tight. I mean, their
Right.
mothers knew me, and I knew their. So
Right.
I didn't see a lot of loneliness when I didn't have a girlfriend or a woman.
Okay.
Because I still had those sisters.
Right, gotcha.
Now, I always let them know when you meet your man, he ain't gonna understand.
Right,
But I do.
right.
It's not that I'm losing you as a sister. I'm losing you to the man that needs to be able to take care of you.
Right.
And I don't want to make him uncomfortable. So these same women, we're friends.
Right.
But we're not tight like we were then, because when that man came along, I knew my rightful place.
Right,
And so I don't understand this loneliness.
gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to be kind to the question because I don't understand the loneliness, at least to the place that I'm in, but I know what it felt like when I was lonely, right? And I think the loneliness started with the war within myself, not recognizing that my problem was me. And the world that I had created and designed and the member that I put out when I was really hurting and wounded, as you
Right.
stated.
Right.
And I have to maintain image, and when image is everything, you're going to eventually lie. First, lie to yourself.
Right.
So when I say if I'm really in love, am I really in love with myself, or I'm in love with the pain and the condition that I'm in, right?
that,
And then that becomes the selfish act of your own, because all it is going to bring attention to the more pain and the
Right.
re-triggering. So the greatest part about the experience for myself is to really recognize who I am
Right.
and my purpose, because we spend too much time trying to save everybody else.
That's true.
You know, and talk
Right.
about a savior who's going to save you.
Right.
Yeah.
But here in this place that we exist in, it's time to save yourself. You got to make some better decisions and better choices,
Right.
and stop blaming the devils
Right.
and
Exactly.
the things around the Trumps and the stumps.
Right, there you have it.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Instead of blaming she's this, she
Yeah,
this, she this, when it's
yeah.
really got to look in the and vice
Sometimes
versa.
you got to get out the way. You got to get out the
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
And I found myself in the way. You know.
Very good answer. Both of them.
Yeah, I have to definitely. I haven't had a lot of female friends. I haven't been lucky. I'll say lucky enough to have that experience. But I have had the experience of getting in my own way, and I,
That's coded language too.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And but but male loneliness is when I teach kids at schools, and
Right.
like we've been talking about violence all week. And I know there's family violence, there's teen dating violence, there's all the different violences. And when I talk, I erase all this. Violence is violence, period.
Right.
You know, teen dating, all of these, they are subheadings of violence, and violence does not occur without anger. So I try to simplify things. And you can be in a room with 1,000 people and be alone.
Yes.
So one of my favorite songs is just a short lyric is one, Three Dog Night, but it says one is the loneliest number that you could ever do, and then it
Right.
says two can be as bad as one.
Right. Right. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so what good does it do to get in a relationship and then still be alone? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Oh,
many
yeah.
people are experiencing that. They are in relationships, but they are alone.
Right.
And
Been there, done that.
yeah, and
Where's my
well,
T-shirt?
I'm just, yeah. I have too. I'm speaking from experience when I say that.
Yeah.
You know, I have been in a relationship and been alone. That's why I like that line. Two can be as bad as one when it comes. One being the loneliest number, but two can be as bad as one.
Right.
So loneliness, whether it's male, female, I believe loneliness occurs when we don't have the proper appreciation for self. Because if we have the proper understanding and appreciation of self, then, and it doesn't mean that you might not say, it might not be bad to have somebody watch a movie with me right now, but I think that's different than being alone. Because as you know, I live alone,
Right.
and I'm cool with me.
Right.
I am real cool with me. So
Right.
but in order
That's
in order to love someone, you have to love yourself. We were just talking
Right.
about you
Yes.
have to be cool with you.
Yes.
And if I'm not, then everything I believe guys are particularly, well, from one spectrum, guilty of this. Is that because we're the hunter gatherers, so we go out and we
Right.
do what we do, but it's so loaded with pretense that when you strip that away, it's like, what do I do now?
Right.
Right.
And if I don't know what to do, then I regress into this shell because I don't know what to do.
Right.
And that's where the loneliness occurs, when you regress into that shell because you've been faking. That fake it till you make it don't work when it comes to becoming a man or becoming a woman.
Right.
You might fool somebody on your job. You might,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to being a man or a woman, that fake it till you make it don't work. The idea is never fake it, always make it. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you can't,
Right.
a man can't fake being a man. A woman can't fake being a woman.
True.
So,
More often we get caught up in our identity and what we do, or how much money we make,
Right.
or what we've been presented to present to the world instead of who we truly are as
Right.
character.
Exactly.
You
That's the
know.
word, character.
And
Your character is
so,
going to shine through your actions for sure.
Yeah, and it's almost like sometimes you can be in a room and you can have all the wonderful experiences about imagining who you are when the lights are out, sitting in front of the mirror, because you can be whoever you want to. But when the lights come on,
Right.
you have to really come to terms with who you truly are.
Correct.
And if I failed, how do I get back up?
That's true.
You know, and going on Instagram complaining about it don't work.
Well,
Right, and that
found
happens,
that
and that definitely it happens a lot right now. And that's why, my questions are definitely centered around
Yeah.
love, because a lot of
Yeah.
these podcasts are all about
Yeah.
at being at odds, not at what brings it
Right.
together.
Yeah.
You know, so what is intimacy? Not, well, what did this person not do? What did this person not do? Or have all these rules, like, I hate it. I see a guy has to come in and